Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Kellton Tech Solutions Limited Q2 and H1 FY25 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participants' lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then zero on your touch-tone phone. I would like to thank you for all the joining the company's earnings call for the second quarter of the financial year 2025. Before we begin, I would like to mention a short cautionary statement. Some of the statements made in today's Concall may be forward-looking in nature, and such forward-looking statements are subject to risks and uncertainties which could cause actual results to differ from those anticipated. Such statements are based on the management's beliefs as well as assumptions made from the information currently available to the management. Audience are cautioned not to place any undue reliance on these forward-looking statements in making any investment decisions. The purpose of today's earnings conference call is purely to educate and bring awareness about the company's fundamental business and a financial quarter under review. Now, I would like to introduce you to the management participating with us in today's earnings call. We have with us today Mr. Niranjan Chintan, Chairman and Whole-Time Director, Mr. Karanjit Singh, Chief Executive Officer India, and Mr. Srinivas Potlari, Chief Executive Officer US. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Niranjan Chintan, Chairman and Whole-Time Director. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Neha. Good evening, good day to all. Thank you for joining our Q2 FY25 earnings call. Just want to start off with the financial numbers, and then we'll get into the operational details, and then I'll open up for Q&A. First of all, I want to apologize. There were some slight technical difficulties, so the call started late. Also, I have a severe cold and cough, so I may be coughing in the middle. Please excuse me. I want to give that heads up right away. With that said, let me just go through the numbers. For the Q2, I'll start off with the quarter numbers and the 6 monthly numbers. The quarter numbers, we have achieved a revenue of 270 crores, close to 271 crores on this quarter. This is a growth of about 12.4%. Excuse me, 12.4% year on year. The EBITDA margin of 12.1% and a net profit of 19.6 crores. The PAT margin for this quarter is 7.2%, and the EPS for this quarter is 2 rupees 6 paisa. For the 6 month numbers, the revenue is 533 crores, which is about 8.7% growth year on year for the corresponding 6 months the previous year. The EBITDA is 65 crores. The EBITDA margin is 12.2%, net profit of about 39.6 crores, and the PAT margin of 7.4%. The EPS was about 4.1%. Again, comparatively, if you look at it on a year-on-year basis, it is gone up significantly. Now, coming to the operational highlights, we have about 5 client wins. I'd like to Karanjit talk about the client wins for this quarter. Karanjit?
Thank you, Niranjan, and hello, everyone. I'll just give a little bit of a color of the kind of client wins we've had this quarter. So we've been selected by a major gaming client to modernize their existing enterprise data warehouse and migrate it to the cloud, specifically to Snowflakes. So this is something that they want a seamless cutover, maintaining the same architecture. So this is a pretty significant project for them, and we are glad that we've been selected for it. Similarly, we have been selected by a very major contract food services client to build a critical kitchen operation system for them. So this is something that we are completely building from the ground up for them. And the idea is to ensure that we build a scalable, performant application with great user experience that helps them to align with their clients' expectations. The other one that we have is an SAP client, which has basically selected us to enhance their SAP warehouse management system, and this is something. This is something where we'll be leveraging the core SAP ABAP kind of expertise to facilitate the first the development and then the deployment of the system. The other one that I would also like to mention is a major manufacturing client, a global client, for whom we will be developing a system which will help them streamline their sales and inventory management for about 2,000 SKUs. So this obviously is again a data project. So this integrates with multiple internal sources, as can be expected of any large global enterprise, and this will help them get visibility and timely data and insights that will help them enhance their efficiency. So yeah, these are the client wins and a little bit color on the kind of work and the solutions that we will be helping these clients implement. Thank you. Back to you, Niranjan.
Thank you, Karan. Srini, I know everybody probably is curious about what's going on with U.S. elections and the impact on Kellton or IT services in general. Can you just take that and answer it upfront so that people get to understand what it means?
Sure, Niranjan. Hello, everyone. So we have been waiting for the elections to get done so that the dependency on who is going to come, who is not going to come is all sorted out. Before we go into what Trump's presidency might look like for Kellton, I want to say that there were about 4 or 5 opportunities that we were going to sign last quarter, but due to the uncertainty of the elections and so on, customers had pushed them to the right. So we expect to close all of them in this quarter and hopefully start some of them before the holiday season in December. So having said that, obviously Trump has come with a roaring majority. He wants to provide deeper tax cuts for businesses as well as individuals, and his campaign is actually proposed lowering the corporate tax rate to 15% from its current 21%. What does it mean for business in general? The economy will initially grow slightly faster under Trump's plans to cut the corporate taxes. But over a long period of time, that might fade, but the initial reaction would be that there will be a lot of spend from businesses and corporations. And we expect to take advantage of that from an IT perspective, from an implementation perspective. So that is the immediate impact. You might have seen that the S&P has jumped up 2.2% immediately after the declaration of Trump's win. So obviously all of these are indicators that the initial phase of Trump's presidency, we will see some growth happening in the U.S. economy.
Thank you, Srini.
Thanks.
So now I want to open up for questions. Neha, can you open it up for questions?
Yes, sure. Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handset while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participant, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The first question is from the line of Narendra from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, Narendra. Go ahead, Narendra.
Hi. Thanks for the opportunity and congratulations on a solid set of numbers. So my question is, post the outcome of the election in the US, right? So how achievable does the $200 million target that we had set, how achievable does that look, and what is the time frame that we are looking at? Because I believe the order inflow should start picking up going ahead.
So let me answer it a different way, Narendra. Like Srini pointed out, right? Some of the decisions that were pending for closure or sign-off will be accelerated now. They were just waiting because clients were uncertain about, or wanted to get this election over with. They wanted to know who is going to win, what is the impact of their business is going to be. Because both these personalities had different visions of what the taxation is going to be, what it means for businesses and all this stuff. Now that is sorted out. Everybody knows what Trump is and what his agenda is. We are hoping that the economy is going to be opening up, interest rates will open up, and taxation, like Srini said, taxation will be reduced. That means that there will be a quicker acceleration in the initial phases, like Srini was talking about. So our thing is, we have put ourselves certain targets for next year, and which is in line with whatever we are progressing now. We will be in a similar path, to get to the 200 million. It will be slightly, let's say, aggressive target we can take for next year compared to what we had earlier. But answer your question, probably we are looking at 2 years is what it's going to be. 2 financial years is what it's going to be. I'm not counting this financial year, is when we should be able to achieve those numbers.
So 7 would be a fair assumption. 27, we be a $200 million company.
Yes, we should be in the calendar year 27. Yes.
Okay, great. Any other headwinds you see, and also what kind of margins are we looking at when we hit that $200 million target?
Yeah, I don't want to give a specific number, but as you're seeing, right, with the quarter on quarter, we have been improving our margins because we did some realignment of our bench, realignment of some of the business offerings that we are doing. We are also targeting, this is something that for the financial year, we are looking at we're given a target to all our CEOs, operational, sales-related leadership, that we want to reduce the number of customers while increasing per customer revenue. So that also reduces some of the overhead. So we anticipate that EBITDA numbers is going to be much better than where we are today for the next following years.
Any other headwinds that we see going ahead that could impact our growth?
There's always going to be uncertainty, right? You can't expect what is the unknown at this point. I don't know, but initial buoyancy we'll see starting the calendar year. I want to say 2025. I want to make sure that I'm differentiating between the financial year and the calendar year. Is when Trump presidency takes off, and there'll be a lot of buzz around in the industry, because there is going to be some wait and watch from whatever the campaign promises are made to implementation, right? We want to see how that happens, and then we believe that it's going to be stabilizing and business should improve. People have been just waiting and holding back on spending. Now they'll open up.
Just final one clarification. So if everything goes as promised by Mr. Trump, right? So everything should be positive for us. If I'm not wrong, just clarifying that.
That's correct. So the only headwinds that we face is Europe. Europe is still struggling, right? That is still struggling. We don't know when it's going to come out of it. The baggage of Ukraine, how long it will continue on in Europe, we don't know. We've been on lack of a better word, we are on a flat line when it comes to Europe. We had so much of growth that we anticipated, as well as pipeline that we anticipated, has never materialized because of the Ukraine war that happened, and the economy is shrinking there rapidly. What does that mean? Would Europe step up and take the whole baggage that the U.S. was taking? We don't know. So at this point, that's the only headwind that we see.
Okay, great, sir. Thanks for answering all my questions, and all the best.
Thank you, Narendra.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. A reminder to all the participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and one to ask a question.
Nobody else is there. We'll wrap it up. My throat is also not working. Just give it another 30 seconds. No other question comes in, and let's just wrap it up.
Okay. Yes, sir. We have one more question. It's
Sure,
from
go
the
ahead.
line of Dharani, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. My question is, the promoter stake has been increasing over the quarters. Like, it has reduced from 51.68 in the last quarter to 40.82% in the September quarter. So I just wanted to know the reason why it has been reducing. And over the years, if I look at it, it has reduced from around 62% to 40% currently. Yeah.
Thank you for your question. Apologies, I'm going to be coughing. Please forgive me. We did do some selling of our shares in last quarter. That's a reflection, partial reflection of that, and partial reflection is related to some of our reporting requirements. We have done it. Okay. Other than that, there's nothing else. To answer your question about 60 to where it is now, that is we've been reporting that consistently. It's nothing that we have not reported. Everything has been reported. It's just over a period of time. There were some sales that happened, and that is reflected, and also some dilution because of employee stock options that were issued. So there's a dilution because of that.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and one to ask a question. A reminder to all the participants, you may press star and one to ask a question. As there are no further questions from the participant, I now hand the conference over to Mr. Niranjan Chintam for closing comments.
Folks, sorry, I apologize again. I've been coughing on the call. Thank you for joining this quarter 2 earnings report. So we'll be happy to get you on another call the next quarter, or if you are in Hyderabad and or Gurgaon, please look us up. We'll be happy to talk to you and answer any further questions you might have. Thank you again. Goodbye.
Thank you. On behalf of Kellton Tech Solutions Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.